What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Free picks yesterday. We had a good day on the free picks. We did end up missing one of our slips, but we had for Underdog Ladder Challenge, we had 3 WNBA players. We had Agumike, signed as Citron, and then Kiki. All 3 of those WNBA plays cashed. Our MLB plays yesterday ended up going 1-1. Had Seth Lugo cashed easily, and then we had McGreevy on sleeper, and McGreevy ended up getting pulled at 71 pitches. Should have been free. Quick disclaimer, guys, these pitchers are still, they're still just getting pulled randomly, low pitch counts. I'm going to show you guys an example. For our $100 challenge yesterday, I posted this on Instagram. If this happens again, I just want you guys to know, Instagram, I'll post all these slips. I ended up getting a 25% profit boost on Underdog that I had to use yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I'll put half of one of our $100 challenge units on it. It's only a $5 entry, obviously, for a $100 challenge. And we'll turn the profit boost into maybe $18. Brandon Woodruff had his pitching outs. Sanchez cashed, Hendricks cashed. Both of those two were free. But Brandon Woodruff pulled at 65 pitches. He had finished 4 innings, 65 pitches. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, he was on a 4 days rest. They said his pitching was going to get limited. That is not the case. I mean, it happened, but that was not public knowledge and was not something that was even considered when making these lines. His line was 17.5. His strikeout lines were high. All of his lines were as if he was pitching 90 pitches. And if Vegas had his lines there and anybody had a slight edge over Vegas, which you know is not going to happen, these lines wouldn't be that way. Because if that was the case, then everybody would just ran the unders on these plays. But anyways, I digress on this one. We did end up losing $5 from a $100 challenge on this slip just because of Woodruff getting pulled at 65 pitches, which is diabolical. Overall, yesterday was a good day. Had this nice little $500 win. I'm going to be doing more batters or more hitters in MLB for a little bit just to see how these pitchers, maybe they come back to the real or come back to reality and start pitching well, but we'll see what happens with that. But $50 for 500 cashed here. We had this nice little Kevin Gausman play with Sanchez over here on chalkboard, a little $25 promo they had. These are our $200 challenge plays. Both of these did cash, which is nice, a 1.4x and a 1.8x. Mabry. We had Marina Mabry last night, which we played from the free picks on parlay play. She pulled an Aaliyah Boston on us. She had 10 points early in the third quarter, shot 9 shots after that, and missed every single shot. She shot 16 buckets and couldn't get 12 points. She just missed 9 shots in a row. And I can't be that mad because she tried. She really did try to cash. I mean, I ain't going to say she tried to cash this line, but she did try to score another bucket and just couldn't hit a shot. So very unfortunate on Mabry. That should have been a cash. Agumike and Citron on parlay play. Nice little $460 cash. We had the Padres money lines. I put $300 on the Padres last night. Cashed out for $200 profit. So that was a $500 win off of $300 for the ones who were a little bit confused by the $200. I'm not risking $200 just to get risking $300 to get $200 back. I'm getting $200 profit on the $300, so it's $500 total that I would get back in return. Riley Green and Merrill Kelly yesterday, nice little $350 win on Underdog. This was not one that I was able to play on our $100 challenge, obviously, but it was posted in the Discord from $100 from Ace. Then we had Kyle Hendricks and Ohtani on our free pick yesterday from the Ohtani free square on Prizepicks, 20 to win 40. So if you guys do want to get all of our plays, link to our WAP is down in the description. $25 a month or $10 a week. That's less than $1 a day, guys. You can get 20% off if you use code NFL, probably for the rest of this week. After that, it's probably going to be gone, and you probably won't be able to use the discounts. If you guys want to get in now, do it. Links down in the description. We'd love to have you in the Discord. I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. So let's go ahead and select our winner. If this video gets 200 likes, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month. So smash the like button. Drop a comment. Our winner from yesterday is going to be for Brantley Vigil, who said, thank you, Ryan. Well, you're welcome, Brantley. Send me a message on Discord, man. I will get you added for a free month. I feel like you've been watching for a long time, dude. And I want to say I do appreciate you. So, Brantley, I got you added for that free month. But that being said, guys, let's take a look at our $100 Underdog Challenge. I need someone's help. This is good for the comments. If I get a good answer, or I'm not going to say I'm just going to pick the best answer. If I get an answer that I like, I will give that person free VIP. So I want to make this a series on YouTube. This building $100 into however much. And I need help. Like, I'm going to do my free pick videos every day. I want to do a second video every day just doing this underdog challenge. That way they're kind of separated, and kind of maybe use the underdog challenge to get more views on YouTube, because free picks don't get a ton of views because it's not evergreen content. But anyways, I need a title for these videos. Whoever come up with the best title down in the description. If I like it, or down in the comments, if I like it, I'll pick it. If I don't like it, then I'm just gonna keep doing this till I find one I do like. But let me know what you guys got for a series that we can do. Just come up with a YouTube title for me. Drop them in the comments. If I find one I like, I'll give you free VIP. But we're at $109.70 in our $100 challenge, so we profited pretty much $8 and $9 yesterday, pretty much. So right at $10, which is almost a 10% increase on our bankroll. I know that doesn't seem like a lot. When we're doing our bankroll management, guys, on this challenge, remember that $10 a day in profits, $300 a month. If we bring that up to $20 a day, that's $600 a month in payment, which is most of y'all's car payments. I mean, most of you guys aren't paying more than, I mean, some of you probably are, but aren't paying more than $600 for a car payment. That would pay for your car every month, which would change a lot of people's lives in the way that they're living. So just remember, all you need is $10 to $20 profit every day, and it can be life-changing. So I'm only saying that to let you guys know that you don't have to bet $50 and $100 slips and try to make $200 or $300 a day. Like, yes, if you could do that and make $7 or $8K a month, sure, that's that. I understand you could do that as a full-time job, but it's much easier to make 10 or 20. Start small, build your bankroll up, and once your bankroll is big enough to bet $50 and $75, then you can worry about that. But like I said, $100 start yesterday, up to $109.70. Today we only have baseball, so we got 4 baseball picks. I'm not going to play heavy on this today. I'm just throwing it out there. We're going to do a couple slips on here on Underdog, and then after that, maybe just one slip today on Underdog for our challenge. I might do 2. We're going to take a look at the slate a little bit more, but for now, just playing light today, because baseball has not been the best as of lately. WNBA has been the killer, has been the moneymaker, and so I mean with NFL preseason. But anyways, let's jump into these picks, guys. I know I'm rambling a lot. Sorry about that. I get carried away sometimes talking. But anyways, let's talk about our first pick of the day. So the first pick of the day we're taking is going to be for our man Jesus Luzardo. So I'm taking the Phillies pitcher. I told you guys I'm doing more hitters. We've got 2 pitchers and 2 hitters today in the free picks. Philly or Luzardo has struggled lately. I'm not going to lie. Now his strikeout line is sitting at 6.5. We're getting it at 5.5 on Underdog. He's cashed that line in 6 of his last 10 games. He's averaging 6 Ks per game on his last 10. On the season, he's averaging 6.3 strikeouts per game, cashing this line at 63%. He is pitching versus Washington. If you come down here and look at the Nationals strike out 18th in the league at 23.7%. This is on the season. If you look at their last 30 games, they're striking out 28% of the time, or 27% of the time, 28th in the league. Striking out a 27% strikeout rate is crazy. Striking out 27% of the time. Great matchup for Luzardo in that aspect. He's averaging 10.2 strikeouts per 9 innings, which means he's striking out well over 1 per inning. He's 11-5 on the season with a 4.20 ERA. ERA has skyrocketed. He has a 1.35 WHIP. His WHIP hasn't been that great. Versus Washington, he has a 3.60 ERA and a 1.4 WHIP with 19.8 strikeouts per 9 innings, which means he's getting 2 strikeouts per inning. Head-to-head, he had 11 Ks his only game this season versus Washington, and that was in 5 innings, which is absolutely crazy. His pitch count's sitting around 93 pitches per game. Like I said, guys, these pitchers randomly get pulled. They could pull Luzardo at 50 pitches a day, and it honestly wouldn't surprise me. And I say that, but he should go 5 innings minimum. I'm expecting at least 5 innings from Luzardo versus Washington, even in Washington. 1K per, or a little over 1K per inning, and he cashes this line, which he should be able to get for us. So I'm going to be taking Luzardo, going to be taking a chance on him. He struck out this Nationals team at like a 50% clip right now. He's been killing it. I think he had 19 Ks and 39 at-bats versus the Nationals, which is really, really good stats for Luzardo. He has 150 strikeouts on the season. Great swing and strike rate for Luzardo. Like, he's just been killing it, man, for the strikeouts. So I gotta take a chance with him. I know a lot of people don't like Ks or pitching outs anymore just because of the pitchers, but still have to research it like I normally would and hope that they get the opportunity they deserve in terms of pitching, because Luzardo has no reason to get pulled at less than 80 or 90 pitches. And you can see he's had a couple of games where he just got completely lit up. That shouldn't happen versus the Nationals. One was versus Toronto, one was versus the Brewers when the Brewers were hot, 17 runs that game, and then one was versus the Reds. Reds are pretty hot in the bats too. But you can see most of these games get over 100 pitches, or a lot of these games get over 100 pitches. Long leash, should have plenty of opportunities to give us 6 Ks. I expect him to go 6 innings, but 5 innings should be enough for him to give us 6 Ks in my opinion. So we're going to hit Luzardo real quick. Jesus Luzardo, strikeouts. We're going to buy this down to 5.5 just to play this a little bit safer. And who are we going to lock him in with? We're going to be locking him in with our man Marte. So we're taking Marte. I'm taking Marte fantasy score. And there's 2 batters that I really like in this game. So we got Marte for the Diamondbacks, and then I like Carroll for the Diamondbacks as well. But I'm going with Marte on this one. It's kind of coin flip. If you want to play Carroll, you can. I'm taking his fantasy at 10.5. This will give you a 2.34x slip. A little over a double up. Nice little play. $10 is going to win us $23.40 on this one, which would be a nice little payout, which we're going to lock in. So let's look at our man Marte. So Marte has been a hot batter as of lately. Let's pull him up. I'm just going to hit, I'm going to do fantasy score, and you can look at his fantasy score in his last 10. He's catched it 6 of 10 games, hooked it 1 game. He had 29 and 26 in his last 2 games. Both versus Texas. One was versus Eovaldi. I'm not sure who the other pitcher was that other game. But looking at Marte, he's 11 for 24. 11 in his last 24 with 2 home runs. He's also 2 and 4 against Blaylock, however you say his name. Blaylock, obviously, pitching for Colorado, pitching in Coors Field. Great hitter-friendly park. Blaylock, 7.89 ERA, 171 whip. One of the worst pitchers in the league, let's be honest. Versus Arizona, 10 ERA. Dude is going to get hammered. Head-to-head versus Colorado, he has cast this line in 7 straight games. Marte is a good hitter. He should have a good game tonight versus Blaylock. It should be easy. Obviously, it's hard to call some batters sometimes. They have a bad game, and he may not get a hit at all. But I do think he cashes his 10.5 fantasy. I think versus Blaylock is the perfect matchup, and I've got to lock him in. In terms of write-ups, he's a very good Swift hitter. He hits very well against right-handed pitchers. He's hitting a .321, and he has 17 of his 23 home runs against right-handed pitchers. So it's a great matchup. Obviously, Blaylock's a right-handed pitcher. Like I said, I like Carroll tonight as well. I'm playing Carroll on as another free pick on Parlay Play, which we'll go over here in just a minute. But Marte, one of my favorite plays in terms of hitters tonight, and I got to lock him in Coors Field versus a terrible pitcher. And we're going to get this going for our first pick first slip for today, which we'll be locking in on our $100 challenge. So pick them. You can see here we got Marte. Luzardo, it is here. $10 entry to win us $23.40. This would put us over $120, which would be almost 23% of our bankroll increased if this does end up cashing. Now, jumping into our second pick, if you look over here on the parlay play side of things, they do have Luzardo 5.5 Ks boosted. If you want to play it here, you can play it here with Marte. I'm not sure what his fantasy is on here. If you wanted to rerun that slip, but Marte, his fantasy on here is going to be, it's 10.5 on here as well, which is good. So it's the same play. You can get the same slip here. It was a 2.3x on Underdog. It's a 2.5x on Parlay Play. If you guys do want to play it here as well. I'll probably swap it up with Luzardo on this one since we already got it played. Maybe not. I really like this slip, man. I might just run it twice. I'm going to run it twice. There's no point not to for me. I want to get a nice win off of it as well. So you guys can see I locked that in live, and I'll click track picks in a minute. I'm not going to show the second slip just now. I want to do the write-up first. That way people don't just click off the video. But that being said, you got our first slip of the day. Jumping into our second slip and our second 2 picks. First one is going to be for our man Carroll. Might as well take him. We're taking Corbin Carroll, the Arizona batter, to give us another 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Love this play. His line sits at 2.5. You're getting a boost on Parlay Play, and I liked this before the boost, before anybody said anything. There was 2 hitters I liked. I was researching the 2 hitters, and I wanted to see what fantasy score was on Parlay Play. And when I typed in our man Carroll over here, he come up as a did they even remove the boost? Oh, I've already played the boost. That's why it's not boosted. I'll show you guys. Might as well. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. It's a 1.35x, which is still boosted. So if you go back to where we were, you can see hits, runs, RBIs is a 1.24x, so you're getting another 0.1% on or 0.1x on your payout. So ended up playing this one. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs is 1.34, 1.36x, something like that. But Corbin Carroll, great play, and that's good value in my opinion. He's catched this line 7 of his last 10. He's catched it 60 of his 100 games on the, or 100 at bats on the season, or games on the season, whatever. Anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. 79% hit rate head to head in Coors Field. I mean, look at this. Versus Colorado, he has dominated. If you put in away games, 5 of 6 games away, he's cashed this. So had 8 his last game in Coors Field, which was back in 2024. It's a great matchup for our man Carroll. Once again, versus Blaylock. Carroll or Marte, one of the two, if not both, probably both, will be lighting up Blaylock today. And that's just my opinion. This is going to be a very high run game, in my opinion, as well. Starting pitcher for Arizona is Rodriguez. Rodriguez at a 5.68 ERA. Probably going to get lit up. Let's just say this. It's going to be a very high scoring game. I'm not sure what the total is on this game. I don't know what the over-under is. It might be a good play depending on how high they have it. But no, I do think this is going to be a very high-run game. And I like both these batters to come out here and cash us tonight. So we can look at Carroll as well. See what he is on Underdog. I haven't looked at him at all on Underdog, to be honest with you. 11.5 fantasy. Can we get his hits, runs, RBIs? 1.5. We can play this twice. And then we could play him with our next pick of the day, which was going to be Logan Evans. And I got Logan Evans for 14.5 pitching outs. They don't even have outs on here, which is unlucky. I'll take a look at Logan, another play here in just a second. But anyways, Logan Evans is who I had as the pair for this parlay play slip at 14.5 pitching outs. And you can see this payout right now is a 1.8x. So 250 on this slip wins 470 without the boost. With the boost, the 250 wins 512. And I locked this in early because I was scared Logan Evans would get pulled. So I didn't lock it in live. I locked it in early. I'm going to refresh so you guys can see it's not a scam. Got the slips locked in legitimately. Anyways, Marte and Luzardo over here. And then we got Carroll and Evans right here. 14.5 pitching outs. Nice little, it's like $40 extra because it's boosted. So really good value on that if you guys do want to tell it there. But let's pull Logan Evans up. Logan Evans up. I know these pitching outs, man, it's a struggle sometimes, or as of lately. But overall, on the season, pitching outs have been extremely profitable for me personally. But Logan Evans, Seattle Mariners pitcher, pitching in Baltimore, obviously versus Baltimore. His line 14.5. He's cashed this in 7 of his last 10 games. He has cashed this line 11 of 14 on the season, 79% hit rate, averaging 16 outs per game. Great matchup, first of all. Averaging 87.1 pitches per game, so getting or close to 90 pitches. If he gets pulled at 70, the crap's rigged. Unless he's just getting lit up. I'm just saying, man, for real. At that point, it's just too obvious. But anyways, 80 to 90 pitches. Pitching versus Sugano. Looking at him, he's 64 on the season, a 4.36 ERA and a 1.37 WHIP. Logan Evans is by no means a super good pitcher. He is not a dominant pitcher. His line's 14.5 for a reason. 5 innings he should be able to complete tonight. He's only missed that 3 games this season. There's no head-to-head data versus Baltimore. If you come down here and look at Baltimore versus right-handed pitchers, one of the worst offenses in the league. On the season, 22nd batting average, 26th in on-base percentage, 16th in OPS with a 243 batting average, a 306 on-base percentage, and a 727 OPS. If you look at their last 30 stats, this has got even worse. Batting averages went down. Their batting averages from a 243 to a 234 in the last 30. On-base percentages went down from a 30% to a 29.4%. Then their OPS went down from 727 to 700. So everything has got worse. They're hitting worse the last 30 than they were on the season. Great matchup, in my opinion. Doesn't get much better for a man Logan Evans, and I've got to lock him in. So we can come over here to this roto wire. We can see how they've hit versus him in the past. There is a 33% precipitation on this one. I don't think it's gonna get rained out to the point to where Logan Evans gets pulled early. Hopefully not. If we come down here, you can look. Nobody on this Baltimore offense has seen Logan Evans in the past, so anyways, looks good for him. Obviously, that's better for the pitcher if they haven't seen him before. It's like a chess match. Remember that. Baseball is kind of like a chess match. But Logan Evans is a pick that I really do like. I wish I could get him right now on Underdog. Let's see what his K line is. So his K line is sitting 3.5 on here. Cashed it in 7 of 14. Obviously, not a very high strikeout pitcher, 0.6 or 6.9 per game or per 9 innings. Going against a high strikeout team, but don't really trust Logan Evans to give us 4 Ks enough to put it on our when did I do that? Anyways, don't really like it enough to put it on this slip. So let's take a look at MLB. Take a look at some more of these pitcher outs. All right, guys. So instead of a pitcher, what I ended up going with was our man Tovar. So I'm taking a nice little HRR play right now. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Carroll, then 1.5 for Tovar. Just a good matchup, man. We can click this lineup right here. Look at Eduardo Rodriguez. We can come down here and look at how these hitters have hit off of him in the past. Tovar has 8 at bats with 3 hits. Now the OPS is 944, not the highest on the team. You can come down here and look at pretty much both the Kyles ended up with over a 1 OPS, which is good. But the reason I went with Tovar is because he's top of the lineup. So if there is a lot of quick outs, Tovar has a chance to have an extra at-bat compared to towards the bottom of the lineup. So having an extra at-bat in Coors Field is going to be massive, especially for a 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Plus, if we pull Tovar up over here real quick, you can come down here and click hits, runs, RBIs. His line's sitting at 2.5 regular line. So at 1.5, he's cashed 7 of his last 10. He's cashed it 50% on the season. Now, if you click home games, so in Coors Field, which Colorado obviously plays way better in Coors Field, 74% of games, 17 of 23 at-bats on the season at home, he has cashed his line. Or games this season, he's cashed his line, averaging 3 hits, runs, and RBIs per game. Head-to-head versus Arizona at home. Cashed it 100% of games, averaging 4 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Arizona. It's a perfect matchup versus Eduardo Rodriguez. Probably going to get lit up as well, like I said. Even in games versus Arizona that's not at home, he's cashed 11 of 18. So, love this play for him, man. It's only a 1.55x on here. We could throw in another play if you wanted to, but I'm just going to... The way I'm going to manage my bankroll on this one is 1 unit plays on double ups, and then I'm on plays that's like 1.5x that should cash. I'm probably going to do like 1.5 units, so 15 on this one to win $23. Hopefully one of these plays ends up cashing us out. That would be nice. If not, then it is what it is. But I'm going to play this. If one of them misses, then we at least break even. Or if one of them cashes, we at least pretty much break even. So you can come over here to live, pick them. We got 2 plays. So total payout for this could potentially be $46 plus 84, which puts us at what, $130. So we could have a $130 bankroll if both these cash. I like both these plays a lot. Like, I really do like both these plays a lot. So if you guys do want to tell them they're here, we got Tovar and Carroll, both hits, runs, RBIs, perfect matchup, nice little game stack. Then we got Marte and Luzardo, which is another perfect matchup for Marte, and then Luzardo, high strikeout pitcher versus a high strikeout team, doesn't get much better. So lock them in if you like them, guys. Fade them if you don't. Those are $100 challenge plays. And then on parlay play, you can take Carroll and Logan Evans. If you'd rather play Logan Evans there or Carroll there, you can do that because Logan Evans is not available on Underdog, as we saw. And then we got Marte and Luzardo over here as well. So just showing you guys I am putting bigger unit or regular unit sizes on this too. So anyways, got them locked in, guys. Hopefully we can cash out on this one. Hopefully we can build this $100 up pretty high. But like I said, leave a like on the video and a comment for a chance at free VIP. Let me know of a nice little title down below. Winner gets free VIP anyways. And would love to have you guys in the Discord and in the community if you're not in there already. Click that link down in the description. But hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video after hopefully we get us that sweep.